You came back. Plant your feet. It gets windy here. There is no substitute for getting into the Word of God on your own. I am a line on a screen. The book is alive. Read it. This is Paul's short follow-up to the same young church, and they are being shaken. Two storms are hitting them at once. First, persecution. They are suffering for their faith, and it is hard. Second, confusion. False rumours are flying that the day of the Lord had already come, that they had been left behind, that maybe the whole thing was a lie. And Paul writes back with one urgent message. Do not be shaken. Stand firm. Hold the ground you were given. This is 2 Thessalonians. Stand firm while you wait. Here is the question this letter answers, and it is the question of the long middle of any hard season. How do you keep going when it is hard and confusing? It is one thing to suffer when you understand why. It is another to suffer while voices are telling you that you misread everything, that you are too late, that maybe you were a fool to believe at all. That is where the Thessalonians were. Persecuted, exhausted, and confused. Partway down a long road, with the finish line nowhere in sight and the wind pushing them backward. And that is where a lot of faith dies. Not in a dramatic crisis, in the long, tired, confusing middle, when you are not sure it is even true anymore, and you just want to sit down. Paul writes to get them back on their feet. Watch what he tells them to do. First, Paul comforts the persecuted. He says, God is just. He sees every bit of what you are suffering, and he will set it right. He will give relief to you who are troubled, and justice will come when the Lord is revealed from heaven in blazing fire. Your pain is not invisible, and it is not the end of the storm. Then he clears up the confusion. He says, do not let anyone deceive you. The day of the Lord has not secretly already happened. You did not miss it. When it comes, it will be unmistakable. There is a great rebellion and a man of lawlessness still to be revealed first. And when the Lord returns, he will overthrow that deceiver with nothing more than the breath of his mouth. So stop panicking at every room. And then the anchor line of the whole letter. So then, brothers and sisters, stand firm. Hold fast to the teachings you were taught. Grip the truth you already have, and let the wind blow. And finally, the practical fix. Some of them, thinking the end was here, had quit their jobs and become idle busybodies, mooching off everyone else. And Paul is blunt. If anyone is unwilling to work, he should not eat. Get back to work, and never tire of doing good. That is how you wait for the king. Feet planted, truth gripped, hands working. Not panicking, not quitting, standing firm. Here is the turn. Faithfulness in the long, tired, confusing middle is still faithfulness. In fact, it counts the most. Anyone can stand firm on the mountaintop, on the easy days, when faith feels obvious and the wind is at your back. That is not the test. The test is the long middle. When you're exhausted, the finish line is nowhere in sight, the suffering is real, and the voices are telling you to just sit down and quit. And in that exact place, Paul does not say feel stronger. He says stand firm, hold fast, keep doing good, plant your feet, grip the truth, keep your hands busy, and let the storm blow itself out around you at last. You do not have to feel strong. You just have to not let go. Endurance is not a feeling. It is a decision you make. Today and then again tomorrow to not sit down. The king is coming. Until then, stand. There is a thread. Paul tells them to stand firm. But standing firm is impossible unless you are holding on to something that cannot be moved. And there is only one thing in the universe like that: the cross. The reason you can hold your ground in the storm is not your own strength. Yours will win. It is that the thing you're anchored to has already won. Christ already conquered sin and death at the cross and walked out of the tomb. The justice he promises to bring, the deceiver he promises to topple with a breath, all of it is guaranteed by the victory already finished. So you do not anchor yourself to your feelings, which change by the hour. You do not anchor to your circumstances, which keep shifting. You draw your grip into the one fixed point in all of history, a cross that does not move, and you hold on. The storm cannot move the cross, and as long as you're holding the cross, it cannot move you either. That is the threat. 2 Thessalonians, just 3 chapters, short and bright. The letter for the long, hard, confusing middle, when you are tired and tempted to quit. Read chapter 1. God is just. He sees your suffering and he will set it right. Relief is coming. Read chapter 2. Do not be shaken or alarmed by every rumor. Stand firm and hold to what you are taught. Read chapter 3. Never tire of doing good. Keep working. Keep going. You are somewhere in the long middle of a hard road. The wind is reefing. The finish line looks far. And the message of this little letter is simple. Do not sit down. Plant your feet. Grip the cross. Keep doing good. The king is coming. And the cross you're holding cannot be moved. Stand firm. Keep in. I will see you in the next one.